Would you believe that one of the Caribbean's wealthiest islands has more billionaires per square mile than most of the world? And yet, it's only 3 miles wide. Let's dive into the shocking truths about the top 5 richest Caribbean islands, and you won't believe who tops the list. So, when you think of the Caribbean, what comes to mind? Could it be white sandy beaches, reggae rhythms, and endless pina coladas? Probably, right? But behind the tropical vibes lies a different kind of treasure. So today, we're counting down the top 5 richest islands in the Caribbean, ranked by GDP per capita. And trust me, these islands have more than just natural beauty. Some of them are global financial powerhouses, and one might surprise you with its luxury lifestyle hiding in plain sight. But before we dive into the list, let's talk about how we're ranking these islands. So, we're using a measure called GDP per capita. It sounds fancy, right? But it's really simple. GDP, which actually stands for Gross Domestic Product, is the total value of all goods and services an economy produces in a year. Now, when you divide that by the population, you get, that's right, GDP per capita. So what it is essentially is the average income per person if the island's wealth was spread evenly. So GDP per capita actually gives us a clearer picture of individual prosperity, and trust me, the numbers on this list will blow your mind. Let's get started. Kicking off our list at number 5, we have the Cayman Islands, also known as a haven for financial elites. Now, this trio of islands boasts a GDP per capita of over $70,000. So what's their secret, you may ask? Well, it's not just the stunning beaches, it's their tax-free status. That's right, no income tax, no corporate tax, no capital gains tax. And this makes the Cayman Islands a magnet for international businesses, from hedge funds to legal firms. Oh, and did I mention they're home to over 100,000 registered companies? That's more than the entire population. Coming in at number 4 is the One Happy Island. Yes, you guessed that right. Aruba, with a GDP per capita of around $75,000. So Aruba has mastered the art of tourism and trade. So while most visitors come for the turquoise waters and all-inclusive resorts, the islands boast a robust oil refining and shipping industries that boost economy. Aruba's economy is so stable that it was one of the few islands to quickly bounce back after the pandemic. And here's a fun fact about Aruba. It has some of the cleanest drinking water in the world, all thanks to its massive desalination plant. Third on our list is St. Kitts and Nevis. It's a twin island nation with a GDP per capita of approximately $80,000. Now, despite it being the smallest country in the Western Hemisphere, this place punches way above its weight. And what's the secret weapon, you may ask? Well, it's citizenship by investment. And that means foreign investors can literally buy a passport by contributing to the country's economy. This program has attracted a flood of global investors, turning the islands into a high-end destination for the wealthy. At number two, we have can you guess it? Did you guess it? The Bahamas, a favorite playground for the ultra-rich. With a GDP per capita exceeding $84,000, the Bahamas has one of the most developed economies in the region. But here's the jaw dropper. Over 700 islands make up this archipelago, and some of them are privately owned by billionaires like Jeff Bezos. The Bahamas thrives on tourism and offshore banking, making it a hub for the rich and famous. And let's not forget, it's a global leader in luxury real estate. And the crown for the richest Caribbean island goes to Bermuda. Yes, Bermuda technically falls under the Caribbean economic sphere despite being in the Atlantic. With a jaw-dropping GDP per capita of over $100,000, this tiny island is an insurance and reinsurance